Okay guys, this is the third cooking vlog. Today I will be making brownie cupcakes with Oreos in them, and then a Oreo cookie frosting that I tried out at a party the other day. Well, not the other day, I guess it was about 2 weeks ago, but it turned out really well, so I'm going to combine them all together. I've been wanting to make these brownies with like Oreos inside of them in like cupcake form. It should be really good. Fingers crossed that it is. And I'm making them for my friend Cassidy's birthday because she's finally coming back to UF tomorrow. And I wanted to say happy birthday because she wasn't here. Her birthday was the 29th of April, but neither of us were in Gainesville to celebrate her birthday. So I'm going to do something nice. I'm going to make her brownie Oreo cupcake things. Hey guys, so for the brownie mix, I'm going to be using Ghirardelli dark chocolate brownies. They're one of my favorites. I could do them from scratch, but this is a college cooking show vlog thing, and I want to do what majority of college students would do. These are about $2.99 at the store. They're amazing brownies. They use the dark chocolate chips from Ghirardelli, and those are already really expensive if you just bought a bag of them and then did it from scratch. So I highly recommend you guys try the Ghirardelli brand out. Obviously I'm not getting paid for this. I just really love Ghirardelli chocolate. I went to their San Francisco factory and had ice cream with my sister there. It was pretty awesome. Thanks, Kaz, for taking me on that trip. Legendary. Okay, we're gonna set this off to the side. I need to do the egg first, so let me go ahead and grab an egg. Okay. So we have our egg. Good. Then let me grab a measuring cup.
And we're going to need 1/4 cup of water. Okay. Now, what I like to do whenever I'm doing water is I like to, water and oil, I like to put water in first and kind of whisk the water around to kind of coat the entire thing with water. And then go ahead and add your water. And then go get your oil. But whenever you do the oil, since you put the water in first, if you guys ever done it before where you put the oil in first and then put the water in afterwards, the water or the oil will kind of stick to the jar and you won't get all the oil out. But if you put the water in first, you kind of swish it around, and then you go ahead and add the oil afterwards, then you won't have any problems because the oil will pour out cleanly because it doesn't like to stick to the water. So then you can get all of the oil out, and you end up with no oil residue left in the glass cup, which is important. So then we're going to go ahead and whisk this all together. I like to whisk all of my liquids together first, just because it makes it easier to blend later. Make sure everything gets everywhere. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and add in the brownie mixture. Now the chocolate chips are already in this mixture, which is super nice. Let me go ahead and grab one. They're like already nicely formed, which is cool, because it's less work that I have to do. Now, if you guys are on the whole, if you've ever baked something in the past decade, you're on the whole salmonella versus licking the bowl thing. I don't believe in that. Personally, if I die from consuming raw brownie batter and that goes on my tombstone, I have lived a very happy life, in my opinion. That would be an awesome way to go out. Died by consuming bowl of brownie batter.
That's great. Okay, let's get to the cupcakes. So we have our cupcake tin right here. Bring you guys down. So we're gonna go ahead and I bought, since these are, just to make it easier, I like to do the cupcake tin things. So I bought these. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of brownie batter, just a little bit, in the bottom just to fill in. And then I'm going to set an Oreo cookie in there. And then I'm going to fill it back up. We want to go about halfway with the brownie batter so that when it rises, it will stay just at the top and make frosting easier. Brownies don't rise as much as cake, So you're not going to get like a nice bubble because they're not going to do that. That's only cake. You're just going to get kind of a flat surface on top. So you just want to fill it up enough so that it doesn't look like you kind of cheated on the brownie batter. Okay, so I have a spoon to expedite the process a little bit. I'll have a nice coating. So now I'm going to grab my Oreos right here. I'm going to drop one Oreo into each thing. As you couldn't see on the tripod, let me go ahead and bring you guys back up. The Oreos are now in the brownie thing, and now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill in all the individual Oreos with brownie batter, probably till just above the Oreo, so that there's at least like a decent amount above the Oreo so that the Oreo doesn't sit on the surface. Okay guys, so for the frosting, I will be tackling the frosting tomorrow morning because Publix was out of the ingredients I needed for the frosting. And my mom was planning on coming down tomorrow, and then I was going to borrow her frosting bags, but she might not be coming, so I'm gonna have to go pick those up. But yeah, I'll go ahead and do that tomorrow morning. Plus the brownies are gonna have to dry anyway, so it'll be kind of like a just a little break. It'll be like no time for you guys because I'll just cut when the brownies come out. And then tomorrow morning we will jump into the making of the frosting. We'll go ahead and frost them, and then we will show Cassidy enjoying her birthday brownie cupcake things. The double as a great cooking vlog because Oreos are literally my favorite thing, and these brownies are insanely addictive. I literally make them for basically every single party because there is no way to go wrong with them. Even if you burnt them, I think they'd still taste amazing, to be honest. But I'm not going to burn them. Fingers crossed. Yeah, and I also bought way too many of these little cupcake sleeve things. I bought 50. I guess they'll be good for next time I make them. And I have a lot of Oreos left because I only used 12 Oreos. But I'm going to also use the Oreos for the frosting. So, okay guys, so I'm going to go ahead and pull the brownies out now. Let me go ahead and grab a thing. And we will go ahead and pull these bad boys out. Fingers crossed they are done. Let me go ahead and set you guys down real quick so I can grab. Cool. So there they are. You can't really see the Oreos peeking through. You can see it a little bit there. The cupcake I was worried about looks fine. I think they actually turned out really nice. I'm not gonna lie. Fingers crossed they cooked enough. I think they did. I'll let them cool down. Worst case, I'll toss them in for a little bit more, but I think they're good. And I will see you guys in a couple seconds with the frosting, but for me, it'll be tomorrow morning.
Okay guys, so we're going to go ahead and finish up the recipe now. So bad news, I went to Publix today to get the ingredients that I needed. Also, my mom didn't come up, which kind of sucked because I did need 2 ingredients out of a pot that she still has that I haven't moved in yet. But I went to Publix to pick up that ingredient, and they were out of it because it's a new Publix, and I guess they're not fully stocked yet. I went to go get vanilla extract, which is a critical ingredient in making buttercream frosting from scratch. It gives it the vanilla flavor, otherwise it kind of just tastes like glaze, and it doesn't taste nearly as good on cupcakes and brownies and stuff like that. But they were out of it. They only had vanilla, imitation vanilla, which doesn't taste nearly as good and kind of ruins the frosting in my opinion. So I went ahead and just bought frosting already pre-made. I know it's really sad, but I'm going to go ahead and, since I kind of cheated a little bit on this recipe, I'm going to go ahead and fill you guys in on how to actually make the frosting. So I'll put the ingredients down in the description, but what you're going to need is you're going to need milk, Confectioners Sugar, that's like the powdered sugar. You're going to need butter, normally about a stick of butter, and you're going to need vanilla. And you kind of mix those all up. I'll put the proportions, the rough proportions down in the description. But basically what you do is you take your stick of butter, you soften it up a little bit, you toss it in a bowl. Then you're going to go ahead and add your vanilla, just a little bit of vanilla. And then about a capful. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but this stuff is super potent. Make sure you guys don't get imitation, as I said. And then you add about 2 cups of confectioner's sugar, about half a bag normally is what I do. And then add a little bit of milk in, and then you mix it. I normally do like maybe 1/4 of a cup of milk, and then I mix it all up. And then you kind of just start balancing the milk and the confectioner's sugar until you get the consistency you want. If you want a really stiff frosting for like making cool designs and stuff like that, then you add more flour, and that's going to make it like a thicker frosting. If you want a little bit more glaze-like frosting or something to spread over a cake on the outside, and you want it to be a little bit thinner, then you add a little bit more milk. And you're just balancing the consistency until you get it to what you want. Normally I like it just whenever I whip it with a spoon, I can lift it up and it kind of sticks to the spoon, but still falls off mainly. That's my preference with my frosting. Unless I'm going to be like piping it on something, then I would prefer it to be a little bit stiffer because then it just holds its form. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do it with this. We're still going to do some cool things with this frosting, but sadly I didn't have it. And I'm definitely going to do my cool frosting recipe in another video because I definitely love that frosting recipe. It's one of my favorites.
Okay guys, so here's our mixer thing here. Let me go ahead and shine the light on it a little bit better. Here's our mixer thing. Let's go ahead and we'll take the Oreos. And we're going to go ahead and open these up. Grab some Oreos. Basically, we just want to fill the thing up. I'm using double stuff, but you can use single stuff because it's more important about the shell part because you're already adding frosting. And mix up this frosting. So I'm going to grab this bowl right here. I'm going to grab my spatula. These things are the best spatulas ever, especially when you're working with like bakery stuff. Open the frosting up. Okay guys, so the frosting is in the bowl now. Now I'm going to go ahead and add in a little bit of the Oreo cookies. Okay, let's do this thing. So for the frosting, it's pretty easy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a spoonful. Let me go ahead and clean the spoon off. Just so we get. So I'm going to take a spoonful. You can do this in 2 ways. You can do it this way, which is what I'm doing because I like it better. And I just kind of take it and you just kind of smooth it out. Make sure you get the Oreo on top. Make sure you get the frosting all over the place. Okay, and then I take my spatula that I had previously. Let me clean this off just so that we don't get white frosting all in my Oreo cookie frosting. Okay, so we have the frosting, and now I'm just going to take the spatula and just kind of smooth it out. Okay guys, so I just frosted all the cupcakes. They're all done, as you guys can see. Look pretty good. I went with a little bit more of like a messy icing because I want these to be more like dumpster cupcakes. Good frosting. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take about 5 Oreos. I'm going to go ahead and toss them in here. And then I'm going to go ahead and just dust the top of each cupcake. So those are the cupcakes. Here's the finished product right here. And then I'm going to go ahead for the thumbnail one. I'm going to go ahead and set an Oreo on top. If you guys want to do that, I ran out. I don't have enough Oreos to do every single cookie. But then the thumbnail has to look good, right? So I'll see you guys in next week's cooking vlog. Thanks everybody for watching today. Make sure to send good cooking vibes out into the world because everybody loves a good meal, guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow.
We have some fabulous live music later on, but right now here's the kind I prefer. Okay.